Well, we're so excited to be advancing and get an opportunity to play for the right to go to the Final Four against a terrific, great Villanova team. But tonight, I thought we played just superb. I thought the second half we defended, we rebounded, we ran good offense for the most part, and of course our two bigs played very, very well. But it was a good team effort tonight.
Appreciate it. Let's go with questions for Perry and Landon, please, in the middle.
Perry, Bob Luce from the Wichita Eagle. Landon moved into the starting lineup in the Texas game. How much has that freed you up to do more things offensively?
So much. I mean, he's such a smart player and, knows his position, and he just does a great job, man. He just makes so many different plays, rebounding, and just an awesome player.
More questions for the guys?
Perry, being this your last go-round, what does it mean to advance this far and get this deep in the tournament? I know you still got more to go.
It means so much, just happy with this team. We're just going to try to keep competing, and just having fun with it.
For Perry, this is Pat Forty from Yahoo Sports. Your game seems to fit so well with Coach Self's offenses. Was that natural, or did you have to kind of mold yourself to what he wants you to do?
Over the years, I got a lot more aggressive, and they have a lot of confidence in me, teammates, coaches, and they just tell me to be aggressive, and that's what I try to do.
Right side, second row here, and then we'll go over on the aisle.
Wayne was talking about in the locker room how a lot of people made this out to be a pros versus Joes matchup in terms of quote-unquote NBA talent. Landon, was that something you guys talked about at all or thought about?
We talked about it a little bit, and naturally you think about it, but we just wanted to come out and show that we were the better team and get the win tonight. If there was any competitive edge gained by that, I'm sure we used it. But the first goal was winning because we knew that we could be the better team, and that was the main motivation.
Right.
Landon, Tom Keegan, KUSports.com. What was how did you go about keeping Diamond Stone from being a huge factor in the game, and how would you grade the team's aggressiveness, particularly in the second half?
With Stone, I had watched some tape on him, so I kind of could tell, what he liked to do, and I knew I could be physical with him if the rest allowed it. So that's what I tried to do. And then in the second half, I knew he liked to lower his shoulder a lot, and so there was an opportunity to pick up a charge. As far as the team's aggressiveness, we were definitely aggressive. We stayed in the game by playing defense in the first half, and then in the second half, we knew that we could create some separation with a nice little run, and we did that, and that helped us separate a little bit.
Landon, you've gotten so much credit for being a rebounder and a defender. How much fun is it to score and make shots the way you're making the shots right now?
I'll take it. That's credit to my team. They give me the ball in good position, and that's the way I score is off of those guys. And so, I focus on the defense and the rebounds, but if they're getting me the ball close to the hoop like that and I can finish it, then I'm definitely happy with that too.
Any more questions for the Kansas student athletes? Here in front. Wait. We need the mic. Sorry.
What do you guys know about Villanova? What have you seen from them?
They're a great team. Play great defense, got some shooters and some length also, and they're just playing well.
Yeah, very good team. We know that they get after it. They're very aggressive, and they're a veteran group, and we are too. So we're looking forward to a competitive game, and it'll be fun.
Anything else for the guys? Guys, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, you good? Okay, I got you. All right, let's go to questions for Coach. We'll start either side there.
Bill, the numbers show that since Landon became the starter, Perry's offense has really improved. It was already pretty good, but his rebounding is down a little bit. You willing to make that sacrifice for the way he's playing right now?
Yeah, he's not rebounding what I think he can, but we'll probably still start him on Saturday. but Landon's also getting some of the ones that he would normally get. And, in my opinion, his numbers aren't, I don't know how many he ended up with tonight. 5? I don't know. I don't have, but his numbers aren't great. But if you look at our team numbers, they're much better since Landon's been starting, even though Perry's may not be as good. But Landon makes it easy for Perry to play because he understands Perry's game, and Landon's strengths allow Perry to play to his strengths as well.
Right side and then to the back.
Bill, how much do you think Wayne helped kind of stabilize you guys a little bit in the first half? And I just wonder, in a broader sense, how you account for the sort of transformation in him from a year ago at this stage in terms of consistency and delivering for you in postseason?
Well, I think it's, Wayne is he's a very competitive individual, and you can tell that. And in the first year, he played next to Wiggs, and he loved Wiggs, but it was about Wiggs. And the next year, he played next to Kelly, and he loved Kelly, but it was still more about Kelly. This year, he can probably take more ownership of what's going on, and he has. And I don't know if it's been a huge transformation. I just think he's playing to his athletic ability and his strength better than he was the first couple of years. But certainly he was really good tonight, and he gives us a physical confidence, a presence that I think this team really needed.
Bill, back in late January when you made the decision to start Landon, what did you see in him that you thought would work?
Well, I think that Landon's as bright as any player we have, maybe the brightest as far as basketball IQ. Late clock, he'll just know how to set a fade screen to get a guy shot or against a zone or whatnot. And my decision, and I told our guys all along, and this is bad because it's not Sheck's fault. It's not the other guy's fault. It's just, we need to play somebody that gives Perry a chance to be as good as he can be. The key, I think, for our team, and most teams, or all teams, is you have to put your best players in a position where they can play their best. And I felt like that wasn't happening with Perry. So, and I think it became very obvious after visiting with the guys that they felt like Landon gave us the best chance to play at a higher level. And not that the other guys couldn't play well, but Perry didn't look near as good when he played with them.
Far right side here, Coach.
Over here, Bill. Wayne just said in the locker room that he felt that he heard that you were maybe a little bit more lenient with these guys since they're a veteran team as compared to teams you may have had in the past. How does that kind of manifest itself when you're preparing for a game?
Lenience, it may be that's how they. I think all coaches get softer as they get older, but that may be a good word. I would say I trust them more, and when you trust your guys to do what they should be doing, then you don't have to be on their back near as much. And they do a good job policing and coaching each other, and I think it's been fun to watch the transformation of them. Becoming mature players and mature individuals and understanding what really wins over time. And so I don't have to harp on those same things. They basically coach the other guys. And so it's been a fun group. I probably have been a little bit softer or more lenient in some ways with this group just because, their personality and what they've shown me is that I can trust them.
Back row on the aisle here.
Bill, what's it been like to coach Perry for 4 years and to see him playing the way he is now?
Well, it's why he came back to school, Pat. He could have bolted last year and been probably a mid-second round pick, but he comes from such a good family and rock solid, and he couldn't hurt himself by coming back to school, and he has a chance to leave Kansas with a legacy that will allow him to be a hero there for a lifetime. And so I think it feels great. When we got Perry, we knew he'd be good. I think he's done some things from an aggressive standpoint that's allowed him to be great. But really, I'm proud of the whole team. But it's so good to see kids that have really spent some time in your program and gone through the ups and downs, experienced success this time of year.
All right side, Coach.
Hey, Bill, you said earlier you thought you guys played superb. How much of that is playing through a lot of missed shots in the first half and having the lead even when you didn't play that well.
We
offensively.
started out. Kurt told me he said, Coach, we're 4-15 or 4-16 to start the game, but they weren't shooting a great percentage either. So there was a little separation, but not much. But I think guys get confidence. I work for Coach Sutton, and one thing that he taught me more than anything else is that you can think you're playing poorly, and you look up and you're up 3. And that's what happens when you guard and you rebound for the most part. And I'm not saying we were great defensively tonight the first half, nor did we rebound great, but we kept in contact because we were at least pretty good in those areas. And then the second half, things just started flowing. But I don't know if the key to winning games is playing great all the time. The key to winning games is when you're not playing great, is not allowing people to go on runs against you, and we were able to do that the first half.
Back row.
Bill, can you give us some thoughts on your ball screen offense in the second half? Coach Turgeon just told us that he thought that was the difference, that you guys ran ball screen offense to Perry just really flawlessly in the second half.
Yeah, well, it helps when Perry makes shots, but everybody says that I'm a high-low coach and I play, but we've been a ball screen mode team for years, and we run, through our post or a high-low action as a play to score, but I love putting the ball in good guards' hands, and tonight, we were able to take advantage a little bit of their two bigs, because when they play two bigs, that allows Perry's basically a guard playing the big spot, so that probably allowed him to have some bad closeouts and some things like that he could take advantage of.
Back in the left.
How you doing, Coach? Looking forward to Villanova. They've been shooting the ball very well this tournament. What kind of matchup problems do they pose for you? What do you think of that matchup for you guys?
Well, I've only seen Villanova sparingly on TV, and then I watched some games going into this week, obviously, because we knew that if we won, we'd have a great chance to play them. So, but I haven't studied them. I know this. That they, the way they shoot the ball from the 4 spot, and of course, what was he tonight? Was he 5 for 6, Jenkins? And so, that'll be kind of a good matchup, Perry and him, because they're both kind of, Perry doesn't shoot as many threes, but kind of similar perimeter type 4 men. And then they both have an anchor inside. We both have an anchor inside, and their guards are, so clever and so good. But if they go 10 or 15 and 18 and 19, nobody's going to beat them. So we're going to have to do some things to hopefully at least allow them not to play within their comfort zone. But they were good on offense, but what I think they're even better at is creating havoc defensively and getting confidence offensively, because their defense is so aggressive and sound, even though they do put themselves in a position to make a lot of steals.
Anything else for Coach? Good deal. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
See you tomorrow.